Donald Trump just finished what can only be described as a train wreck press conference inside the Oval Office. And true to form, it completely spiraled out of control the moment reporters started pressing him with real questions. Instead of answering, he went into attack mode, raising his voice, cutting people off, especially when it came to black women in the press corps. That's a pattern we've seen over and over again with Trump, and he leaned on it again today. At one point, reporters asked him about his so-called plans for Memphis, and instead of addressing the question, Trump lashed out, calling the reporter obnoxious and refusing to answer.
To New York, too. Yeah.
Mr. President,
and we're going to be going in quiet. You're really obnoxious.
I'm not obnoxious, but I'm trying to ask you, what about your plans
You are
for
really
Memphis?
obnoxious.
I'm not obnoxious, but I am asking, what are your plans for Memphis? Many people want
I'm
to
not going to talk to you until I call on you.
What are your plans for Memphis?
Who else? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to
But when he finally did speak, what came out was even worse. He admitted he wants to send troops into U.S. cities like Memphis, Chicago, and Washington, D.C., literally describing it as war. He used that word himself. It's sort of like war.
We brought the numbers down in Chicago a little bit by having the FBI in there for the last 5 months. We brought the numbers down in Memphis a little bit, but now we're going for the big one. Now we're going to go for the big one. But we set ourselves up very well in Chicago, Memphis, New Orleans a little bit, going in early just to see what was happening. We study it. We're studying the site. It's sort of like war. I mean, I hate to tell you, it's like war. Some of these people are really bad. They're really, really sick people. They're dangerous people. They're killers. They're murderers, drug dealers, and can have it.
Then, when asked about Russian fighter jets violating NATO airspace in Estonia, Trump had no clue what had even happened. He wasn't even prepared to address a direct Russian provocation because he was too focused on militarizing American neighborhoods.
Russian jets entered Estonia's airspace today for 12 minutes. Do you see that as a threat to NATO?
Well, I'm going to have to look at it. They're going to be briefing me in a short while, so I'll let you know about it tonight or tomorrow.
What's your take in general?
Well, I don't love it. I don't love it when that happens. It could be big trouble, but I'll let you know later. They're going to brief me in about an hour.
From there, Trump shifted into his usual tirade against the media, whining that coverage of him is 97% negative. But he didn't just complain. He claimed negative news about him is illegal. He even suggested his hand-picked FCC should go after networks, comedians, and anyone critical of him. That is straight-up authoritarian talk, using the government to silence speech he doesn't like.
Follow up on Charlie Kirk. There's been a lot of talk about free speech this week. Do you see a difference between cancel culture and consequence culture?
Well, I mean, your question's a little trick question. I'm a very strong person for free speech. At the same time, when you have networks where I won an election, like in counties, I guess it's 2,600 to 525. That's called landslide times 2. When you have that level of popularity or voter support, as I did in the last election, and yet 97 and 94%, different numbers. You see different numbers with different stats. But 97, 94, 95, 96% of the people are against me in the sense of the newscasts are against me. The stories are 97% bad. So they gave me 97. They'll take a great story and they'll make it bad. See, I think that's really illegal, personally. You can't have a free airwaves. You're getting free airwaves from the United States government, and you can't have that and say, and somebody that just won an election, and I had to go through this during the election. I think it's a miracle that I can win. When 97% of the stories on the networks are bad, or whatever it may be, whether it's 89, it doesn't matter.
He also attacked the January 6th committee, falsely claiming they deleted all the records. That's a blatant lie. The committee's transcripts, depositions, and reports are literally available online right now. Republicans tried to bury the findings when they took control of the House, but the information is archived and accessible to anyone.
Only spoke to him twice, and it was only about the weather. Okay, it was about nothing. So those pardons that he gave are illegal. He gave illegal pardons. And that includes the congressman that destroyed and deleted all the information from J6. They deleted everything because it turned out that they were wrong. It turned out that I offered 10,000 National Guard or soldiers, whatever they wanted, and you wouldn't have had a problem. And they turned it down. Nancy Pelosi turned it down, and the mayor of Washington, D.C. turned it down. They deleted everything, and they destroyed it, illegally destroyed it. And Biden gave them a pardon. And Biden gave a lot of other people pardons that, frankly, would be in jail if it wasn't for those pardons. But those pardons now are illegal, according to just about everybody.
Next, Trump turned to government funding and once again lied by saying Democrats are the ones pushing for a shutdown. Trump himself has told Republicans not to negotiate, and Speaker Mike Johnson actually sent members home to make a shutdown more likely.
We'll continue to talk to the Democrats, but I think you could very well end up with a closed country for a period of time, and we'll take care of the military, we'll take care of Social Security, we'll take care of the things that we have to take care of. A lot of the things that Democrats fight for, which in many cases aren't very good things, will not be able to be paid. So we'll watch and see how they do with that. They'll have to handle their constituents pretty carefully.
And, of course, Trump trotted out his tired election lies again, calling his 2020 loss a landslide victory while cherry-picking random county stats to make himself look legitimate. We all know it's nonsense.
And purposely, horribly, doesn't like to see a person that won the election in a landslide get 97% bad publicity before the election.
And then came one of the wildest parts of the night. Trump said Democrats want transgender for everybody. Pure hate-filled nonsense. A bigoted straw man designed to rile up his base.
But I guess they want crime and we fight crime, and it's a pretty big difference. They want to have men playing women's sports. They want transgender for everybody. And if they don't get everything that they want, all these things that they want that are proven so badly, they want to close our government down.
And finally, Trump unveiled his big announcement, an executive order he's calling the Gold Card.
Pathways for truly extraordinary people to come contribute to America instead of taking away from it. So this executive order is entitled the Gold Card. It will set up a new pathway, a new visa pathway for foreigners of extraordinary ability who are committed to supporting the United States for a payment of $1 million to the U.S. Treasury, or if a corporation is sponsoring them, $2 million by that corporation. And that will give them access to expedited visa treatment as part of this new Gold Card program.
It's essentially a pay-to-play visa program where foreign nationals can buy their way into the U.S. for $1 million, or $2 million if backed by a company. Immigration policy is set by Congress, not by Trump trying to auction off citizenship to the highest bidder.